All right, now. Y'all asked me to come back. I was trying to chill. But I felt like because the last live stream was just all over the place, it's a little choppy. I felt like I owed you, brothers and sisters, a better live stream than I gave you. So I'm back, right? Now, everybody was in the original live stream saying you wanted me to come back. So I'm back. So hopefully I see everybody here. I'm going to give everybody a chance to go ahead and stream in. So everybody just hold tight. All right. I'm going to give everybody a chance to file in. Okay, I'm starting to see some of y'all. All right, let's give everybody else a chance to get back in, y'all. All right. All right, here we go. Y'all know what it is. Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, one nation, on one track. Lions of Israel, even Mike McGunn, and they call me the priest. Southern tribal, my sword is my Bible. I survive, I await the Lord's arrival. This mighty entrance to destroy wicked intentions and their inventions. Time for Esau to be sentenced. The highest plateau. I was born to fight these battles and keep the statue. Who says my sword ain't two heirs? Who says we ain't got true heirs? Sometimes I shed a few tears. Sometimes I shed rivers. Y'all forgive us. Please permit us. Yahweh Shah delivers. I'm energized like I run on batteries. I'm Daniel with the lions. I'm Judas Maccabees. I'm David. First Goliath. I'm Samson. First the pillars. Only getting stronger, although they try to kill us. Gorillas. We fight a different type of warfare. It's all love, although we come off austere. It's all love, but life was never all fair. So when times get rough, I say the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, forgive our nation and all the great men, and please destroy the cavemen with no hesitation. It's game over. 12 tribes, time we take over.
The year 1492 is where it all started. The Spaniards came from the east, keeping in mind to destroy us. Read the book of Esdras and found out we were here, the natives in America. 10 tribes of Israel, you shall overcome Gad, but he shall overcome at last. It's the Israelites on the rise, and we coming back to claim what is ours with the power of Yahweh. America will be destroyed, can't wait for that hour. We got fed to dogs, we were hung, tortured, burnt up. Whole family forced to watch your kids getting tortured. All of this forgotten, put behind like it was nothing. They want to act confused just because you want vengeance. 200 treaties broken by the enemies. Spread blood and didn't keep the peace. Mocking we deceased, shooting us dead in the streets until this day. But my people that is Egypt, that is just another day. Break the children with the laws and commandments to prevent what is happening. Don't fear it.
All right, can I be heard, y'all? I don't know if I could be heard before. So, can I be heard? If y'all can hear me, put one in the chat. Let me know that you could hear me. Let me know I'm good. In the meantime, we'll play y'all a special edition, man. Shout out to my brother Asha Sha'ala, aka late.com. I asked for this email about 10 hours ago, but better late than never. Shout out to my brother Asha Sha'ala, aka late.com. This is off his album Music to Camp 2. This is my favorite song on the album. So I'm gonna play this song. Let's wait for a few more people to get here. If y'all could do me a favor, if y'all could take this link and share it on social media, let them know we live. I came back for y'all. I don't got the same amount of people that was in here before. Nevertheless, let them know we live. I'm about to share it real quick on Facebook, and then we're going to be good to go. Let's go.
Oh, how they burden me. These secrets in my head burn with urgency. If I tell you one, or two or three? Can you keep them between you and me? Shh. Dirty secrets.
America's dirty secrets, no longer secrets hidden. Everything's in plain view, every prophecy came true. Like the fact we no longer black stating our claim as Jews. Rearranging, exchanging shoes at the end of this lake of fire. The return of the great Messiah, finna be death to our enemies for the crimes of murder and identity theft. To infinity, living as priests and kings, our queens and their royalty. Amongst the children of Israel, never seen so much loyalty. The time is now to repent of your secrets. Get exposed, brought to the light. Can't even imagine, it could be tragic what's gonna happen when Christ kill all of you faggots and you lesbos. It's a rap like an egg roll. For all you hoes fornicating that can't keep your legs closed. From Cleveland to Fresno. And to you coons, you probably know though. And if you don't, for you it gets ugly than Quasimodo. But not adhering to Deuteronomy 7 and 3 for thinking Becky is sexy and what Johnny Heaven can be. Sick and it's sad that you were smitten with madness. Got you in some shit thick as molasses. You're blind to the laws, you better get you some glasses. Repent and act for forgiveness, do it quicker than cashes. Cause time is drawing near for the wicked in high places that is on. Approaching the unknowns, annihilating. Allah, the realest in my nation. Kwame Yashala, can't you feel the vibration? The time is now to repent of your secrets. So the conclusion, if Christ is in us, to fight within us, to live a life as sinners, build us up from ice to menace. Second chance if you were born again, twice beginner. To get it right, we meant to fight whatever life present us. Until you commit Islam and all you 5%ers, the lie they divide the foolers and conquer our riders, rulers. Back on the scene today, you see us on your YouTube, bringing the truth out. We working on a new house. The time is now to repent of your secrets. The time is now to repent of your secrets.
Well, alrighty, y'all. Now y'all done made me come back. It's all good. All praise to the Most High. I appreciate y'all. Who gave that donation? Let me just thank you right off the top. Heart of a Lion, the water. I appreciate the donation. All praise to the Most High for that. I appreciate that definitely. Shout out to Sister Amawana. Absolutely, sister. The new album is coming out spring of 2020. It'll be my last joint, only because I'm not 100% happy with the first joint I put out. I was kind of rushed. It'll be definitely myself and my rib on just about every song on the album. Y'all gonna enjoy it, man. Y'all definitely gonna enjoy it. Get started. I'm just looking at that comment by Hostile MGTOW. All right. So before we get started, hopefully you brothers and sisters will be able to hear this, right? This is what I want to do. I can't take credit because I'm not the person that put this video up, and I couldn't find the original. So I want to shout out to the brother. His name is Seneca Yasha'Allah on Facebook, and he posted this cartoon. And this cartoon says a lot. It says a lot while it says a little. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to check this little cartoon. Since it's so-called Thanksgiving today, let's go ahead and check this cartoon out of Thanksgiving that was given to us, that all of us watched as children, and none of us picked up. Well, let me speak for myself, because maybe some of y'all are smarter than me. I watched this 1,000 times as a child, and I laughed right along with it and thought it was cute and everything, and didn't realize that there was a message behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's look at this together. It's real quick. Check it out. So let's go right here. Here we go. So this is from our wonderful and esteemed Merry Melodies, aka Warner Brothers, right? Now we all grew up watching this stuff. So, you know, look at the caption the brother posted right here. It says, "Peep game. We were too young to understand." I know I'm a victim of that. Definitely. Absolutely. And it's very appropriate that he posted this on so-called Thanksgiving. Let's check it out.
I know something I won't tell. What do you know? Huh? Well, it's just that Injun Joe is ticklish. So America became the great nation she is today, thanks to brave men like these.
All right. All right then. Now I got to ask y'all. I have to ask y'all a question. First of all, question number one, because I never know what this crap, some gosh goodness times. Could y'all hear that? If you could hear it, put one. I'm sorry, but sometimes YouTube be tripping. Like, I don't know when I play videos if you could hear it or if you couldn't hear it. If you could hear it, hit one in the chat. Let me know you could hear it. Good. So y'all, I'm seeing ones. Y'all can hear it. All right. Somebody tell me what y'all picked up from that. What were they saying? Nah, Ariane. Oh, the water for that. The water for that location. Most High in Christ, man. Most High in Christ. Most High in the Son. Appreciate it. What did you brothers and sisters pick up that they were telling the children or telling us as children subliminally in that cartoon? Did y'all pick it up? And if so, just tell me what you picked up. Put it in the chat if you could. If you don't pick it up, I'm going to play it again. And I'm going to tell you what I took from it. Okay, so Chocolate City Girl said she couldn't hear it, but everybody else said that they could hear it. So I don't know. I'm going to play it again. What y'all took away from that? Right. Exactly. What you take away from that cartoon is they're showing you that if you look at the very end of the cartoon, the whole entire map of the United States said it belonged to what was called so-called Indians. It said Indians. They spelled it Injuns to be funny, but it said it would belong to Indians. When that Indian fell to the ground, basically what they're showing you is that they killed off the Indians, and you saw the whole map change and it said United States of America. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? They're letting you know that they killed off the Indians to get the land, and they put it in a cartoon. Let's watch it again. The end is really what gives it away. They're telling and they're feeding that to the children, including us. Let's watch that again.
I know something I won't tell. I know something I won't tell. What do you know? Huh? Well, it's just that Injun Joe is ticklish.
So America became the great nation she is today, thanks to brave men like these.
Now that just Hey. Now that just comes across as harmless to a child. You ain't thinking none of it. As a child, you're not thinking anything of it, right? But they're showing you in a nice sanitized way, rather than, you know, showing you as a child that they were taking guns and killing the natives, rather than show you that they were putting smallpox in the blankets, rather than show you that as a child, all they did was they made it so that he tickled a guy and he fell off a cliff, nice and harmless, nice and funny. But they're showing you that they killed off the Indians to get the land. That's what they're showing you in that movie, right? And my sister Heavenly says she also got that they weren't too bright. Yeah, right. Fish, you're right. That's their truth. But that goes to show you. Remember, Donald Trump said years ago that they're not sorry for what they did. They're not sorry for what their forefathers did. They're not going to apologize for what their forefathers did. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that video on YouTube. I'm gonna take a quick stab at it. Let's see if we can find that. So they're not sorry. They make no apologies about their forefathers taking this land. All right. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah. Oh, what? That's why. Duh. See if I can find it here. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, a few years ago, I can't really find it. That's probably something. It just dawned on me, and I can't really find it. It's all good. But he basically said he had no regrets for what his forefathers did as far as killing off the Native Americans. They don't have any regrets, and that's why they put stuff like that in a cartoon. Okay, they have no problem with what they did. So, you know, that's just something I thought that you brothers and sisters would find interesting. Let me see something. All right, while I'm looking for this real quick, as always, just like on the last video, if you haven't hit the like button, and that way other people can see that we're live. And they can also join in on the conversation as well. Just trying to see one more stab at it to see if I can find it. Nah, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. Of course not. Something I probably should have looked for before I went live. I didn't think about it. That's all good. I will say he's an interesting guy, though. I will say that. Yeah, everything is about his impeachment now, man. Which is crazy. Anyway, enough of that. No problem. Okay, DRP Blue Skies asks, is the Africans our brothers? African is a misnomer. There's no such thing as Africans. Africans is a relatively modern construct. It's not biblical, nor is it really historical in antiquity. Are we Hamites is the question you should be asking, and the answer is no. We are not Hamites. The Hamites were a separate people from the Israelites. They are Hamitic. We are Shemitic. Now, if you're asking me, are some of our people currently located on the continent of Africa? The answer is of course. Of course we are. We were scattered there. We went there and fled there in 70 AD. We were even there before that. And some of us, even after or during, I believe it was the presidency of President Monroe, that's when we went back and we founded Liberia. So you had a lot of Black Americans, or what you would call today African Americans, that actually went over to Africa and founded what's known as Liberia. So we're there. We're also in Ghana as well. A lot of blacks have repatriated. African Americans have repatriated back to Ghana. So that should answer your question. But we're not Hamites. The Hamites are a different people than us. They have a different spirit than us. I don't have the same spirit as Manute Bol. I'm sorry, I just don't. We don't have the same spirit. You know what I'm saying? We're different. You could see. And a lot of you, I'm not saying you particularly, brother, but a lot of us know that. Like, we know you listen, man, let me say something, man. Let me say this. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is a spiritual thing. When I get around Hamites, even if they dress like Jake, some of them dress like Jake, they wear the same gear as Jake the whole nine, but that spirit that's on them just lets you, nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. That's just me, and it's always been that way. And then there'll be other people from the continent that my spirit jobs with them. I'm like, yeah, something about them. I think that they're an Israelite. It's a spiritual thing. I can't explain it. And I'm maybe none of y'all, some of y'all have experienced it, maybe some of y'all haven't. But that's me. It has nothing to do with the fact of whether somebody's from the continent or not. But I can just, it's a spiritual thing. I get around somebody that's trying to front like they us, and the spirit just ain't right. It don't jive. And I'm like, no, this is a hamburger right here, man. Hamburger trying to blend in. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they just got a different spirit than us, man. They do. I'm keeping it a buck with you. I'm keeping it a buck with you. And it's not just ham. It's for me, speaking about my spiritual experience, it's anybody. My family is from the West Indies, man. When I get around them coolies, the ones that be trying to act like they black, their father was what we call a coolie, which is an Indian, one of them East Indians, and their mama was Jake, and they come out more with Jake features looking like Jake. Even then, you get around them, their spirit, something about their spirit just don't jive with yours. It just don't. And you say to yourself, nah, man, this ain't our people. It's a spiritual thing. I can't explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Now Arias said New Yorkers know. If you're from New York, you know, because everybody's here. Everybody's here. So you have a chance to experience everybody, and you kind of learn spirits and everything. So when we start getting them I'm gonna call them tears, even though that's not what the wheat and the tears and the scriptures are talking about. When you get around them people that's not Israel, and you get around them, you just feel it like, nah, that's not our people. You just know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully that answers the brother's questions. Yeah. Not Ariel. You said something. I don't know what you said. Let me go up a little bit. Destruction. Yorkers. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Brooklyn. We definitely know. Hell yeah. Everybody out in Brooklyn, man. Let me tell you something, man. If you from Brooklyn, you go into them damn Trinidadian shops, them damn roti shops, man. A lot of them is Elam, and they treat Jake like shit. You know what I'm saying? They a lot of them feel like they're West Indian. They try to, you know, like they're the same as us, but they're not the same as us. They don't hire you. They don't mix with you. They don't like you. A lot of them is Elam, man. And that bothers me about Benjamin, man. They be having a lot of Elamites amongst them, man, trying to act funny, man. You know? But anyway, that's the way it is, man. Anywhere you go, you're always gonna find Jake at the bottom and the other nations on top. That was told to us by the late great Khalid Muhammad. He always said that. And I found that to be facts. Everywhere you look, that's what you see. Okay, brothers and sisters, let me come over here for a second, because let me make sure, man. Y'all made me come back, man. Y'all got to give me some likes. I ain't playing with y'all, man. Hit the like button, man. All right. So, now, the only reason why I went back live was because I was trying to show you, brothers and sisters, something. And, of course, my live stream was a little choppy because my equipment wasn't working the way that it was supposed to be working. And I did promise to do a PowerPoint today, which I'm not going to do a PowerPoint, but I'll show you, brothers and sisters, something in the PowerPoint that I have. And the reason why I'm going to show it to you, brothers and sisters, is because the last live stream I just had about an hour ago, I asked a question to the audience, and the majority of you did not know. So I was kind of just talking to kill some time. Hopefully the ones of you that had questions about it are back in the chat now. So I'm going to ask the question again. How many of you brothers and sisters know who John Mackey is. Let me just give y'all the back because there's just a random name I'm throwing out there. Remember, we teach that the Stuart family of England are black people. That's what we teach. That's what we teach, right? The Stuarts started with King James and went all the way down until you had the Hanovers that came after them, right? So we teach that these are black people. So a very key or critical piece of primary information that's available comes from a man by the name of John Mackey. So in my last live stream, I asked you, brothers and sisters, how many of you know who John Mackey is? And I got a lot of no's. So I'm just going to ask again because some of y'all weren't on the last live stream. If you don't know, listen carefully. If you don't know who John Mackey is, put the number 2 in the chat. Let me see. If you don't know who John Mackey is, put 2 in the chat. And I'm going to teach y'all about John Mackey today. This is a very, very critical piece of information, which, of course, the haters of God and the haters of us in general, when we present it, they're going to find an excuse why they don't accept it. They're going to find an excuse why they don't accept it, but that's their problem. That's not my problem. I'm not here to convince. I can't convince nobody of nothing. All I can do, brothers and sisters, is I can provide y'all with information. It's up to you to take the information that I provide you with it and do what you want with it. You can ignore it. You can throw it behind you. You can throw it in the trash, or you can follow up and do more research. That is up to you. Okay, so I'm getting nothing but 2s in the chat. None of y'all know who John Mackey is. John Mackey and his writings are what is known as a primary source, period. John Mackey was an eyewitness, literally an eyewitness, having seen the Stuart family in person. He is an eyewitness. It's very important because his witness does not match what we see on Google Images. Does everybody understand that? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to wait any long because I can't be on here too long because unfortunately for me, I got to go back and get some whips on my back and be a slave tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead right now, and I'm about to share my screen in a moment, and I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters, something. We give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And this is something that I want to say, right? This is what I want to say. Okay, what the heck, Ola, is this? You know what? Let me do this also while I'm here. Okay, so here we go. This is what I want to say, right? Let's go ahead and let's share my screen. Come back here. So I don't need this anymore. This is trash. Boom. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen for a moment. I got so many tabs open. It's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Okay. Give me a second. Why is it not? Okay, I got to stop sharing for 1 second. I'm so sorry. I just lost what I had. That was odd. That was odd. Okay, let me get it back. It'll be worth it, family. Just hang in there with your brother. It'll be worth it. Okay. And let me open up one more. Let me get rid of that tab so I'm not confused. Let me open up one more. And this is where I want to start. And I want to get through this pretty quickly. All right, so looks good. Now let's go ahead and share the screen again. All right. Now, for those of y'all, I'm sure most of you guys have heard of this guy. And this is one of the what's called master teachers in the conscious community. His name was John Henrik Clarke. and this is probably his most famous, if not one of his most famous sayings. And so I'm going to apply this to certain subjects that I teach. And he said, I only debate my equals, all others I teach. And what I'm about to show you, brothers and sisters, is not up for debate. Like, I'm not debating it. Either you see it or you don't. But I'm going to continue to teach it because it's plain. So I just want to be clear about this. This is not up for debate. I don't care who does a response to it, who wants to argue it down, who doesn't agree with it, who doesn't believe it. I'm not asking y'all. I'm telling you what I know and what I'm about to show you. It's up to you what you do with the information afterwards. So let me go to the next tab over here. Brothers and sisters, this is a guy by the name of Charles II. Y'all see it? Y'all see the Google search, Charles II. When you do a Google search for Charles II, this is what you're going to get. And before I was taught by my elders, I thought that Charles II looked like this too. This is what I thought. I had no reason to think anything else, right? This is why we abhor, we hate Google scholarship. We scorn Google scholarship. You have to go deeper than Google scholarship, and you have to go deeper than reading. Excuse me, you have to go deeper than Google scholarship, and you have to go deeper than Wikipedia. You have to go deeper. So we're going to keep this on the screen, and we're going to come back to it. I'm going to keep this tab open, and I'm going to come back to it. Now what I'm going to do, brothers and sisters, is I'm going to share my PowerPoint right here. Okay? Let me just make sure y'all could see it. Let's make sure y'all could see it. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm assuming you brothers and sisters can see my PowerPoint. Okay, good. So here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right. Let us do a slideshow, and let's start from the current slide. Now, this is all part of my King James presentation that I didn't show y'all. And this is part of it, and I'm going to trade this slide out for the actual book because I have the actual book, and I know the next thing that's going to be said is, oh, you don't have the book, you use the image. I did lazy shit right here and copied the image of the picture and typed it out myself. Now I'm going to show the actual slides from the book when I redo the presentation again to y'all. But I'm showing y'all what matters is I'm giving you the information where you can find it. So there's a book called Charles II. It was written by an author by the name of Antonia Fraser. This is concerning Charles II, right? Now, like my elders used to tell me, they put images like this on the front of the book because it scares Negroes off. When you see this image, you get scared off. You're like, that book has nothing to do with me, and you keep it moving. But when you go and open the book and read it, what's inside the book doesn't match what's on the cover. Pay attention. Y'all need y'all to pay attention. Maybe y'all want to write some of this stuff down. Pay attention. It's all going to tie together when I'm finished. Okay. So we're at page 11, paragraph number 2 in this book. Okay. The victory of environment over heredity was the more remarkable because of Charles's striking physical appearance, which was more foreign than his actual blood. First, he had an abnormal darkness of complexion. He had an abnormal darkness of complexion, a true Saturnine tint. So what I did was I went and I looked up the definition of Saturnine. It is an adjective of a person or their features, dark in coloring and moody or mysterious. So what the conscious community will tell you is that when it describes Charles as being dark, it's not talking about his complexion. It's not talking about his complexion. It's talking about his mood, meaning he was a dark person. This is what the conscious community will tell you. What Danielle is going to show you, that's some bullshit. Why? Let's go to the next slide. Watch this. This is a primary source. This is from a book called The Lives of the Queens of England from the Norman Conquest. Okay? Now, when you go to page 6 638 in this particular book, which is a primary source, it lists all the famous people in England in alphabetical order. And if you look right here, the highlighted one I have right here on the right-hand side of the screen, that is John Mackey. And when you go right next to it, it says he was a government spy. He worked for the government. He was a government spy, and he saw these people in person. He saw them. Let's see what we read. Let's go to the next slide. Then we go to the Encyclopedia Parenthesis, or Universal Dictionary of Knowledge. Okay. Volume 13. Okay. And when you go and look John Mackey up in here, these are primary sources. And I didn't get this from the internet. Like, I didn't get this from the people say, oh, you got it from a website. No. I looked these up myself. I got these books myself. I have the PDFs for some of these books myself. John Mackey, he's an Englishman employed by the government as a spy upon James II, which is the great-grandson of King James himself. So John Mackey was sent to spy on James II. Okay, let's continue. Let's go to the next slide. I'm just breezing through this right now. This is not the presentation, y'all. Sorry. Let's read a little bit about John Mackey, right? Let's read a little bit about him. Hold on one second. Okay. It says here, John Mackey, excuse me, there are many fake whitewashed portraits of James VI of Scotland and his descendants. I have obtained memoirs by the first British spy, aka the first James Bond. His name was John Mackey. John Mackey died in 1726, was a Scottish spy. He was the first person to inform the British of James II's intended invasion on England in 1692. After he fled from France to England, he published an attack on James's exiled court and a view of the court of St. Germain's from the year 1690 to 1695. In 1696, his network of spies was crucial to the discovery in February and March 1708 of the Jacobite plans to invade Scotland. In 1773, his son published his memoirs of the Secret Service of John Mackey. So this book was not published by John Mackey, but after he died, his son published his memoirs. And your memoirs is what your diary, your everyday interactions of what happened in your life, who you may have come across, etc., etc. John Mackey used to write those things down, and his son published his memoirs in 1773. Now look at the yellow part. From his memoirs, I present the description of the grandson and great-grandsons of King James I of Scotland. Who are these people? Charles II and his sons. Now remember, I'm coming out for a second. Remember, when we come back here, right? When we come back here, we see that Charles II is put up as a white man. That's what we see on Google Images. That's what we see, right? Are y'all all right? I want to make sure y'all are right. And y'all are seeing the PowerPoint, right? Let me know yes or no. Y'all are seeing the PowerPoint, correct? Y'all able to see it on your screens? Talk to me in the chat, y'all. I got to make sure. Sometimes I'll be going in and I'm getting messages from y'all that y'all can't see nothing and I don't know. So I just want to make sure. Somebody say something. Let me know that y'all able to see what I'm doing in the chat. Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, so I'm getting some thumbs up and everything. So we good, Brad. Let's go back. We having a good time here. We having a good time here. All right. Right. Y'all get on it, man. Tell Nick the damn like and show your brother some love. I'm going in for y'all. I'm supposed to be chilling. I got to be up at 3 in the morning, y'all. I get up at 3 in the morning. And I'm here talking to y'all because y'all asked me to come back and do a quick PowerPoint. All right. I'm here. Can I get some likes? So let's go back. Let's review. This is Google Images. Google Images has Charles II up as being a white man, right? Let's come back to the PowerPoint. Let's go back in. Let's start here again. When we read this book about King Charles II by Antonia Fraser, she put one of those images for Google Images on the front of the book to scare you away. But in the book, she said he had an abnormal darkness of complexion, right? Now, and he was also Saturnine. So what they did was use the word Saturnine so that somebody that doesn't study will say, well, he was Saturnine because of his mood, not because he was actually really dark of complexion. But you see the word complexion right here. This is plain. But let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. So here we have the primary for the book called Memoirs of the Secret Service of John Mackey. This is the primary. Brothers and sisters, you can go right now to Google Images yourself for free, and type in Memoirs of the Secret Service of John Mackey. You can go there yourself, put in PDF, free, put in free PDF. It will come up and you can download a free PDF of this book for yourselves and add it to your libraries because you're going to like what's inside of it. You're going to like what's inside of it. All right. It's free. Let's continue. Let's go to the next slide. So let's go ahead and let's start from the current slide. Okay. Right. So we're clear on this. Let's go to the next slide. So I'm just trying to see if I even want to read y'all this right now because this is not really that important. Okay. Yeah, I see what I did here. I haven't been through this PowerPoint in a while. So this is about Charles II. Let's go to the right-hand side of the screen. Do y'all see where the arrow was pointing right here on the right-hand side of the screen? Y'all can see that, right? Okay. The right-hand side of the screen, he had a son named Charles Beauclerk. Now, first of all, let me explain something to you, brothers and sisters. Charles II did not have children with his main wife for whatever reason. All his children that he was having was with his mistresses. He had a lot of mistresses, and he was having children with his mistresses. All right, just so y'all understand that, right? So one of the sons that he had was a son by the name of Charles Beauclerk I. He's the son of Charles II. So this is Charles II. When you come to the right-hand side of the screen, his son was named what? Charles Beauclerk I. Everybody sees that. That's not a mystery. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, 1 second. Let me go back. I'm going to have these in order. Right. Let me go back again. I didn't read everything. I apologize. So Charles Beauclerk I, Duke of St. Albans. Duke of St. Albans. That's who he was. Now let's go to the next slide. I forgot that part. This is from the book John Mackey, right? Page 40. Now, depending on if you get the book cover, because you can also get this book from a website called Forgotten Books. You can get it there too. But if you get the PDF, it may not be on the same page as what I got right here, but it is in the book. Just look up Charles, Duke of Albans. He is the son of Charles II. Let's read what John Mackey wrote when he saw this guy in person. Charles, Duke of Albans, is the son of Charles II by Miss Gwynn, which was his mistress. Let's go down to the bottom. He is of what? Black complexion. Not so tall as the Duke of Northumberland, yet very like King Charles. Like King Charles. Black complexion. Does everybody see that? That is an eyewitness account of the son of Charles II. So if Charles II was a white man, as we are taught by America and by the conscious community, how in the blue blazes did he end up with a black son? And this is a primary source from an eyewitness. Is this not clear? Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. We're not done. So we already got Charles Beauclerk right here, right? He also had another son. Charles II also had another son. His other son by another mistress was called Charles Lennox. He was the Duke of Richmond. The Duke of Richmond. Let's go back to John Mackey's book. Page 36. Charles Lennox, what? Duke of Richmond. This is also in John Mackey. Google Images says that this is Charles Lennox, the son of Charles II. But the eyewitness account says here, Charles Lennox, Duke of Richmond, is what? Black complexion. Much like King Charles. Black complexion, black complexion, black complexion, much like King Charles, not 30 years old. That's what the eyewitnesses are saying. The eyewitnesses are saying that Charles Lennos is a black man, and is saying his father, Charles II, is a black man. Does that description of an eyewitness match what Google Images is giving us? Does it match? No. No. So if you are a Google scholar and you go and you look at Google and then do a PowerPoint presentation like Reggie did, like Jabari did, like Garfield did, and you don't know this stuff, I'm not crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Because I'm just reading what the primaries say. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. One more. Charles Fitzroy, Duke of Northumberland. This George Fitzroy, Duke of Northumberland. This is another son that Charles had out of wedlock again. It says he is the son of Charles II. Let's go to the bottom. Is a tall what? What does that say? Is a tall what? The son of Charles II is a tall what? Black man. Like what? Like his father, the king. Look. Hey, look. Look. I mean, this is plain. This is plain. This is not some made up stuff, brothers and sisters. This is an eyewitness. He wrote this in his memoirs in the 1700s, and his son published the memoirs later on, giving you an eyewitness account. All them images, let's come out of here. All of those images that you are seeing on Google are forgeries. We've been telling you this for years. I've been telling you this for years. I just don't always show you. Because a lot of times, like I told you on the last PowerPoint, a lot of y'all, I feel like, are not interested in history, so I don't waste my time. But this stuff is easy and it's plain. And I could go way deeper. I'm going to give y'all one more. Give y'all one more. Let's come back here. Okay, let's go from the current slide. Let's come back here. Let's go to the next one. Charles Fitzroy, Duke of Grafton. Man, Charles II was getting busy. Watch this. Is the grandson of Charles II. So now Charles II, his grandson, is very pretty gentleman. Is a very pretty gentleman, a tall black man, about 25 years old. So Charles II, his grandson, meaning 2 generations later, his grandson was also described as a tall black man. I mean, okay, that's it. I don't know. What y'all think, man? I would come back to the chat, man. What y'all think, man? Was that stuff not? If that was pretty, y'all tell me. If that was pretty plain, and pretty straightforward, put one in the chat. If that was pretty straightforward and plain, put one in the chat. Let me know. Did I make it up? That was pretty plain. Now y'all seen, many of you said, because many of you didn't know about, many of you did not know. Let me help y'all. Let me help you. Because I said it, and I know if I don't do it for some of y'all, that's why being a teacher, being a leader in Israel requires great patience. Because I know if I don't do it for y'all, y'all not going to do it for yourselves. Let me help you all right now. I'm going to share my screen in a minute. I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters, how simple this damn thing is. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all with something. Want to make sure it's still. I said something to y'all. I want to make sure that it is still true. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Oops. I just messed something up here. All right. So now, move that, see if that helps. 1 second. Now they have it. I'm trying to find the PDF because I'm actually trying to show y'all that the PDF was, well, the PDF was online for free. And they may have taken it off. They do that sort of stuff. Maybe I spelled. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just bear with me. Nope. I had it right the first time. MEMOI. MOIRS, MEMOIRS. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm not seeing, it might be here. I'm not seeing where they have the PDF anymore, but it's too many of y'all. I would tell y'all that I'd email it to y'all, but I'll probably get like 100 inquiries for it. I don't know if there's I got to figure out a way, because you guys shouldn't have to pay for it. It's free. I have the PDF. It's free. Should have to pay for it. Anyway, I'll try to get that to y'all. So hopefully you brothers and sisters got something from that. Because y'all said in the last live stream, y'all was saying that I was telling y'all that I don't really do the history thing like that. I talk about it, but I don't really show my slides a lot because I feel like I'll be boring some of y'all. And y'all was telling me to show y'all things. So I just wanted to show y'all that. Like, never sleep on me. If I'm quiet, it's for a reason. Like I got a lot of stuff in my arsenal. I just don't say. I just don't say. I save it for a rainy day. You know what I'm talking about? Let me see. What else is in this presentation? This presentation is over 150 slides, by the way. It's over 150 slides. I want to see if there's anything else in here that I kind of wanted to share with you, brothers and sisters. I went over that with y'all before. I don't want to go over it again. What's this? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Nah, not now. I think I'm gonna skip to another PowerPoint completely out of completely different than this. I'll show y'all some other stuff some other time. Yeah, none of this is relevant right now. I'll show you this. I'll show you the rest of that stuff another time. So let me close out of this one. Yeah, okay. All right, and I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things. I showed it to you, brothers and sisters, in the live stream before. I showed it to you in the live stream before, right? And just bear with me. My computer's acting up, of course. Why wouldn't it? but I'll show it to you again. It's always good. Repetition. One thing I learned from the elders is repetition is everything. There's always somebody that's hearing something for the first time. So should my computer cooperate with me trying to open up another PowerPoint? Should it cooperate with me, then I will show y'all this. But right now it is not. I guess I can see what y'all talking about in this chat while I'm waiting on this thing. Mother stuffer. Let's see. Yeah. Man, the last 2 times that I went live with y'all, weird day today, man. Weird day. You know what? Let me take this out. There we go. What? Yo, this thing is crazy. I'm back. I'm back. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. Am I good? Can y'all hear me? Hit 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Everything just went haywire and crashed on me. If y'all can hear me, hit 1 in the chat. Let me know y'all can hear me. All right, good. Somebody asked me how do I feel about Dane Calloway. He makes people think, and there's definitely some truths into what he's saying. There's some truths in what he's saying. Black people was here before the slave trade. I went over this with you brothers and sisters before. When we were overthrown in 1492 in Spain, and Ferdinand and Isabella took over, a lot of us came over here. Also, we were kicked out of Portugal as well. We came over here. This is the 1400s, early 1500s, before the so-called slave ships, etc. So we were here before that. A good book that goes into that is a book called Before the Mayflower by Lerone Bennett Jr. Let me just bring that up on my screen so you brothers and sisters can see that book. It's a pretty good book. I like it. A lot of good information in there that, you know, can definitely be helpful. Let me share my screen and show you brothers and sisters the cover of the book so you know what you're looking for if you ever decide to get it. I don't be knowing what's going on with these YouTube streams. I tell you, it'd be crazy. It'd be absolutely crazy. So this is the book right here. It's called Before the Mayflower. Y'all see it right there. It's by Lerone Bennett Jr. pretty good book, man. I definitely recommend it. One of the first books I read when I came into the truth, and I was able to relate a lot of things I read in there to scripture. So it's a good book. All right. Yeah, let's come over here for a second now. This is some stuff I showed you, brothers and sisters, before, right? But I'll show it to you, brothers and sisters, again. Then I'm gonna end it because I'm just about sick and tired of these this YouTube stuff, man. It's crazy. Here's a good book, right? I want you, brothers and sisters, to this is a good book. Some of you have seen me show it at least twice before, but I'm gonna show it one more time. This is from a whole different PowerPoint presentation I have showing, you know, early iconography and relics of the Israelites, right? This is a book called Early Spanish Manuscript Illuminations. The manuscripts that's being focused on in this book are early Bibles. When I say early Bibles, I'm talking about like from the 900s to 900s, early Bibles. The image that you're looking at on the front of the book, that is Christ in the center with the green garment on. And he's on either side of him are two cherubims, which are angels. Both of them are black. You can see the faces, you can see the hands, you can see it. It's pretty clear. And above them are two seraphims. This is from a Bible that was put together in the 900s. So nobody can say that black Israelites made this stuff up. This stuff was around way before any of us watching this. Let's go to the next screen. Now, the conscious community, they have this thing that they like to call lookership, right? In other words, what they try to make fun of us is that we can look at something and we can clearly see that the thing is black. We can see it. Give me 1 second. I want to kind of enlarge this a little bit more so you brothers and sisters can see a little better. So let me go ahead and enlarge that a little better so you guys can see it. And then, see, these are all PowerPoints in the making, so they're not professionally done yet. Whatever, it's all good. It's about the information, right? So this is from page 55, right? This is from page 55. See that over here? It says, Christ, whose darkened flesh tones now give him an almost Negroid cast. So the image that they're saying that they're showing us that's Christ, they're saying it ain't really black. It's almost Negroid, almost. Is shown enthroned between two cherubs within a great circular firmament suspended from the hands of two seraphs. So it's plate 8A and plate 8B on the accompanying page. That's supposed to show us what Christ is from. And by the way, if you look at this, what year is it from? 945 AD. 945 AD. That's before there was ever such a thing as everybody calls a black Israelite that's trying to make everybody in the Bible black. This was put together in 945 AD. None of us were there. So we're just going to let the information speak for itself, right? It says Christ in his majesty. Let's go to the next slide. Now, just in case you thought I made it up, I made sure that I took a picture and I put some of the writing here so you can see it's the same thing. Christ who's darkened flesh tone. See, same thing. Plate 8A, right? If you look right underneath here, that's plate 8A. Let me come out of here and enlarge this a little more so you guys can see it. I want it to be absolutely clear. I don't want there to be any confusion. I don't want there to be anything that we made it up, right? We're just going to let the information speak for itself. Okay, let's go ahead and enlarge the screen. Come back to the current slide. Brothers and sisters, this is Christ. Christ in his majesty. Figure 8A. Look where my arrow is. That's figure 8A. That is Christ. From what year? 945 AD. That's Christ. So tell me that he's not black. Look at the whites of his eyes. He's so black. So black. In this early Bible that was put together in 945, he was painted so black, you can see the whites of his eyes. And on either side, and by the way, this is me taking a picture of my book. I didn't get this from the internet. This is from my book. And on either side of him are two angels, and they're just as dark as they want to be with afros. And above him are two seraphims, and they're black, and you can see the whites of their eyes. Look, look. This stuff speaks for itself. We don't have to add nothing. We don't have to make nothing up. like people say we do. All we got to do is we just have to know what this information is and go look for it and show the world. He that hath an ear, let him hear. She that hath an ear, let her hear. If you don't see it, it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. Let's go back one slide. But the author said this guy was almost Negro. See, almost Negro. Almost Negro. But when I look at this, that don't look almost Negro to me. That looks Negro to me. So prior to the Renaissance, in 945 AD, which is what, 600-700 years before the Renaissance, they were painting Christ as black. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And just in case you didn't believe it, I just turned it upside down so you could have a better image of this stuff. It's pretty clear. Y'all smart people. I ain't gotta beat a dead horse. Let's continue. That's from that book right there. Okay. So same book, right? Now there's a little bit of a glare with my pictures, so let me come out, and I'm just sharing with y'all. So pardon me that this stuff is not professional, it doesn't have titles, whatever. Y'all get the message. It's about just getting the message, the information. It'll be way more professional when I put it together, brothers and sisters. It'll be way more professional. Okay. Now, let me just put the arrow back where I had it and put the arrow back where I had it. And now let's come back to the current slide. And brothers and sisters, we have plate 9A and 9B. And this is from the Leon Bible, right? This is from the Leon Bible, and the Leon Bible was put together in 960 AD. You can't see it at the top, but if you look at the bottom, it tells you the same thing. The Leon Bible of 960 AD. This was about 600-700 years before the Renaissance. And the image in the Leon Bible, gives you a picture of the Philistines and Israel. So when we look at plate 9A and 9B, we're going to be looking at the Philistines and Israel. Not because Daniela say, I didn't write this book. I'm just reading it. Let's go and let's look at it. All right, brothers and sisters. Again, I took an image, and to the right, I made sure I left some of the writing so y'all could see I didn't make it up, right? Look at these people right here. Different shades of brown. Look at this guy right here. Look how dark they are with afros. Look at them. All different shades of brown, but everybody in this picture is brown with an afro. Everybody. These are the Israelites. This was in the Bible in 960 AD. This guy right here with the spear and the shield, that's David. Guess who this is? The giant. This is Goliath. And if you look behind him, these dark-skinned people right here, these are the Philistines. Now, of course, this was put together in 960 AD. It aged, so some of the stuff is worn out, and they be messing with this stuff too. Let's keep it a buck. But this is clear. If you can't see it, it's not meant for you. You lying to yourself, because this is clear. So when we tell y'all that prior to the Renaissance, they were painting us black, we're not saying that because we want everybody to be black and we're just making it up. No, it's out there. It's out there. Same book. Same book. Same book. The Leon Bible of 960 AD, plate 10, Aaron in the temple. That's Aaron right there. It's Aaron. These are the children of Israel. Look how dark this one is right here. Look. Different shades of brown, different hues, but all brown. All of them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What else do I want to show y'all? I showed y'all this the last time, but I'll show it to you again. Let me blow this up. This is from the catacombs, where the Christians were hiding in the catacombs, and they put images up on the wall of some of the people in the Bible. Brothers and sisters, that's Job. That's from the catacombs. Look at the hands and look at the legs. The dude has a white garment on. Look at the hands, look at the legs, look at the feet. Yeah, this is lookership because I can see it. I ain't blind. It's an afro. Look to the left where the arrow is. I know it's a little blurry because I took a picture of my book. That's Job. It says Job right there. It says Job appears a dozen times in the catacomb paintings. This is one, and he's depicted as being a black man. Just soak that in for a second. This is way before the Renaissance. I'm talking about the catacombs now. Then we have the Bristol Psalter. The Bristol Psalter from the British Museum. I showed y'all this like two PowerPoints ago. I mean, two videos ago, but you really couldn't see it that well when I was showing it to y'all before. So I'm showing it to y'all now again, real quick. Right? It's all images from the Bristol Psalter, but let's look at these right here. See this guy right here? This is manna from heaven. This is the Israelites getting manna from heaven. Look at that. Look at the dude with his afro. Look at him. Huh? This is from the Bristol Psalter. This is in a British museum. This is a folio of scriptures. And they're depicting these people as being black. That's clear. Look at the Chaldeans right here. Look at them. Look at this dude's fro. Look at him. And look at the Israelites. Purposefully painted brown because they got on light garments. Look at the hands. Look at the hands. Come on, man. That's enough. That's enough. I know y'all bored. That's enough. Let me see. Hey, let me just blow this up real quick. Watch this. That's David. This is David. Like I said, these things are very old, and we have to understand that during the Renaissance, a lot of times they took some of these images and they have been messing with them. But if you got two eyes to see and you got even a little bit of common sense, you know what these images were. You know what they are. You can see it. I show y'all this all the time, right? This is a book called The History of Ancient Israel by Michael Grant. When Michael Grant was alive, this is the original cover of the book. This is the original cover of the book. Pardon me that the letters are behind it. Like I said, this is not put together professionally yet because I have no plans on presenting this whole thing for a while. I'm just showing y'all a little shit. This is the original cover of the book, The History of Ancient Israel. This is different scenes from the Exodus. This is Moses, and this is the Egyptian army. All right, I'm going to show y'all where this is from. This was put on the book cover by the original author. When the author died, they changed and put Renaissance images on the front of the book. Check it out. Check it out. Why did they change the cover of the book? Why? It's the same book. Why did they change the cover? Because they wanted to hide it. But I have the original. I have this original book here. This is the author. His name is Michael Grant, this guy right here. And he wrote this book, right? Where did he get this image from? I've shown you guys this before, but for the new people, where did he get this black image of Moses and the Israelites from? He got it from here. This is the Damascus Museum. The Damascus. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be having my screen bigger. Y'all probably having trouble seeing it and stuff. This is the Damascus Museum. Okay. And there was a temple. One of the oldest temples and synagogues in the world was a place called Dura Europos. And when you go to Dura Europos, there's a lot of icons and images of the Israelites and stuff like that on the walls. Everybody's always talking about the walls, the walls, the walls. Well, there's there's images on the walls of Moses and the Israelites leaving Egypt. Now, if you look here from a faraway view, this is what's on the cover of Michael Grant's book. But you might not be able to see that, right? So the guy got a little closer and took another picture right here. This is the image that's on the cover of Michael Grant's book. But that still might be not enough for you to be able to see it. Let's get closer. That's the image that's on the cover of Michael Grant's book. That is different scenes of Moses. And this is the Egyptian army. Everybody in this image is black. Everybody. This is Moses closing up the Red Sea on the Egyptians. Black. Who's in the Red Sea? The Egyptians. Black. This is in a museum. This is not pseudo. This is not our opinion. This is in a museum on the walls. So if it's fake, you got to go to the museum and tell them they got fake stuff over there. This is from Dura Europos. That's Moses leading the children of Israel out of Egypt. Everybody in the image is black. And what's this right here? These are the hands of God. Black. Hey, I don't make the stuff up. I just share it. That's all I'm here. I'm just here to share the information with y'all. That is all. I think y'all have had enough. Y'all about tired of me now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and end it there. I think you brothers and sisters had enough. Let me see what's going on the chat over here. See what y'all talking about over here in the chat. Can I get rid of this? Yeah, I can get rid of this. This is nothing. Good. Okay. No, Kazuki. I got to go to work, and I get up at 3 in the morning. Jim G, let me ask you a question, right? How can you tell what somebody's phenotype is if they're drawing pictures on iconography on the wall? You can't tell phenotype through iconography on the wall. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't tell the phenotype. Okay. It really just depends on the artist that was drawing the picture. What they're trying to convey, is that these were dark people. These were black people with afros. They don't look like the people that's over in Israel today. They don't look like the people here in New York on Eastern Parkway. They don't look like them. They look like us because that was us. Now, different artists have different styles of drawing. So you can't tell what the people's phenotype was by looking at an artist rendition or a picture. What we're trying to convey to the people is that these were drawn as these were black people. And the ancient artists of that time knew that, and they depicted them as such way before the Renaissance. That's what we're trying to convey. That's what those images convey. Phenotype is a whole different conversation. First, we have to agree that those images were black, which they were, which means that the people in Israel today are faking the funk. And then we have to ask questions like, why is there all this existent black art that's out there if these people were white? Why? Who was responsible for painting all that black art? That's what we need to know. Who did that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, okay. Yeah, family, I'm gonna go ahead and go, man, because y'all have me start opening up like another 6 PowerPoints. Y'all gonna have to start getting me into going into my evolution bag. I got an evolution bag too. I got an evolution bag because the conscious community is pushing evolution. So I have an evolution bag, but I gotta hold back on some of this stuff and wait and see, you know. But I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. I hope something that I said was helpful to you. I take no credit in a lot of what I know. A lot of what I know, I'm self-taught, but there was a foundation that was laid forth by the elders before me. Some of the books that I showed y'all today, I wouldn't know of them if the elders didn't show me. And the elders were talking about this stuff in the 90s. For those of y'all that was on the first live stream, y'all saw me showing the videos from 1992. Like that's almost 30 years ago, with the elders showing some of these same books when the Israelite movement wasn't big as it is today. Nobody was listening then, except for some of us. That's what kept me in the school, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. Like that militant spirit that I saw in the street, that's what attracted me to the school. I like that energy. I like that power that brothers walked in and they had. But what kept me in the school was I was always intrigued with the information they was bringing out because I had never seen this stuff before. I had never seen it. I had never heard it. I was always taught the Bible was a white man's book and everybody in the Bible was white and the Stewart family was white and everybody was white. That's what I was always taught. I didn't know none of this stuff. So I give all praises to the Most High for raising up those elders before me and giving me the zeal not only to sit and be patient in class and learn from them, but giving me the zeal to go behind them and get the books myself. And the Most High always gave me that spirit early on. Like, people used to laugh at me and Bun when we used to go out and buy all the books that the elders had. Like, we bought all the books the elders had. And people used to laugh at us like, what for? But I just knew one day that I'm going to need to show somebody, not a DVD, but I need to show somebody the book in person in color, or this information in person in color. So that's why I went out and I got the information for myself. And I'm thankful for the foundation that they laid. And I want to end off by saying this, right? You brothers and sisters should be thankful for them too. Whether you know it or not, you learn from them. Even if you learn it from us, even if you learn it from some of us that come from the original elders, you still learn it from them because we're their students. I'm talking about all the guys you see on YouTube. We're their students. All of us, right? And don't judge them by some of the things that they did that you didn't like. And I know that some of y'all can't grasp that. Great men fall, right? If the Most High was to just toss away the memory of great men, you would not read about David in the Bible, would you? Because David went off many times. David had a man killed because he wanted his wife. Isn't that what he did? And the Most High had to sword against David's house his whole life behind that. His own sons tried to kill him and overthrow him and take the throne from him because of the wickedness that he did. The Most High killed one of his sons for what he did. But yet, the Most High still never took the kingdom from David. He said, out of your seed shall come the Messiah, even though David messed up. So the Most High didn't blot his memory out of Israel, even though he made mistakes. Solomon went off in his old age, right? He got weak to his wives. First of all, he married wives he shouldn't have married. Built temples to their gods and all that. And the Most High didn't judge him either. Most High judged his son, Rehoboam. So the Most High didn't take their memory away. I say that to say, you brothers and sisters sometimes hear a lot of stuff that went on in the old school and the mistakes the elders made, and they made them, and I'm witness to those mistakes. I'm a victim of some of those mistakes and some of the things that they did. I'm a literal victim of some of that stuff. And I don't hold nothing against those brothers. Some of y'all never met them. They never did nothing to none of you. So what are you holding a grudge for? I'm thankful for the information. And I took it and I ran with it. And now I'm giving it to you, brothers and sisters. You do with it what you will. You do with it what you will. And if the Most High move me out the way tomorrow, you take the information and you run with it. That's what I'm saying. That's how we were taught. If I go off tomorrow, if tomorrow a damn demon, it will take a legion of demons. Hell, not one. A legion. If I wake up tomorrow and tell y'all that I'm Kemetic, God forbid. But if I do that, don't follow me. That's what the elders used to say. Don't follow me into that. No matter how much y'all learn from me, no matter how much y'all like my teachings, whatever like that, don't follow me into that. You keep going. And that's what we got from the elders, and I'm passing that on to y'all. Don't look at the man. The Bible says, cursed be the man that doth what? Trusted the man and maketh flesh their arm. Don't look at the man, look at the information. I'm not shit, I'm a vessel. That's it. That's all I am. I'm nothing else. Those of y'all that meet me in person when I come to these summits and stuff, I'm the same in person that I am, over the internet. It's the same stuff. I'm the same person. All right, I'm no better than none of you. I'm no better than any of you, brothers and sisters. The Most High just brought me into the truth a little earlier than y'all. But at the end of the day, if I make it, if I make it, guess how much I'm getting paid? A penny. And for those of y'all that just came into the truth or been in the truth for a short time, guess how much you're getting paid? A penny. We're getting the same thing. I had a little bit of a harder road to go because I've been in it longer, but we're getting paid the same thing. That's how it goes. Take it or leave it. That's the job. That's the mission. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got 86 likes. All right, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up. I feel like I should have a little bit more, but that's all right. I'll take that. I'll take that for now. All right, y'all. I'm about to sign off for real. Well, zealous of Israel, we're not praising men. We're praising the works that they did, how the Most High used them to raise you up. If there was no them, there'd be no you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Man, they're thankful for the Most High using them as a vessel to wake you up or to wake brothers up that woke you up. through their teaching, whatever the process was. That's what I'm talking about. There is a difference. And as much as some of us don't want to admit it, we wouldn't be in this thing if it wasn't for somebody before us, good or bad. The brothers that brought me into the truth, y'all, the brothers that actually brought me to the school for the first time, they're not in the truth anymore. I'm going to say that again. The brothers that brought me into the truth are not in the truth anymore. Well, I don't want to say that they don't acknowledge that they're Israelites, but they haven't done the work. They was never really diligent. And now they're just MIA. But every chance I get, when somebody asks me, I tell y'all a story of how I came to the truth. It was through them. I don't got to skip over that because they didn't do right. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And so we were taught by the elders. We were. Yes, I just told y'all they did wrong. I'm a victim of some of that stuff, personally. But I also wouldn't know some of the things I know if the Lord didn't use them. That's what I'm saying. And I got to be honest, I'm not skipping over that history. If some of y'all choose to skip that history, more power to you. If you want to, I'm not saying you're doing that, but if you want to pretend as though the Most High just used you and gave you this information directly to you, more power to you. I'm not going to lie. Because somebody going to find out eventually, hey, that's that thing that you showed me about Dura Europus. Hell, I saw one of the elders taught that 20 years ago. What am I? I'm going to look stupid. Trying to make it seem like I came up with that. I didn't. Now, some of the things I show y'all, like about King James, certain things, some of that stuff comes directly through me. But again, it's because somebody built the foundation for me to build on top of. That's what I'm saying. Fish, never be mad about how long it took you to come into the truth. Every man, the scriptures say time and chance happen to all men. When it's your time, it's your time. I didn't come into the truth the first time I heard it. When it's your time, it's your time. You know what you do? Just go hard. For all the years that you feel like you missed and you wish that you had come in earlier, you're here now. Go hard. Go hard. Shine bright, man. Teach this word and go hard. That's what you do. I've seen brothers come into this truth since, I'll say 2012 even. And these brothers are shining bright. These brothers know scriptures. They know history. They're within a short amount of some of the things that took me 27 years to learn. I see brothers that have been in the truth 4 or 5 years that know some of these things already. So we're in a different era. And the internet has a lot to do with that too. But we're in a different era. So it's not about when you come in, it's about what you do with it once you get it. Yeah. ICGJC, which used to be ISUP, which used to be ICUPK, which used to be ISUPK, right? Those are the different incarnations of the name. Yeah, 95. 95 is right around the time the split happened. So you came in, you might have come in after the split. Yeah. I'm gonna see if anybody else got anything interesting to say. I really need to cut y'all off, man, but you know, whatever. I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep. Now y'all got me hype. I was teaching. It's hard for me to stop doing this and lay down and go to sleep just like that. And I gotta be up at 3 a.m, but I shouldn't even have probably even done this lesson because now it's gonna be hard to sleep. Ah, man. Right, Chocolate City Girl. It was a struggle to get here, but you're here. So it's all about what you do with being here. All right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm about to be out. So let me just end off by telling y'all what I was saying during the other live stream in case some of y'all were not on the last live stream, right? There's a lot of Sonetta put up a video that I did on his channel like 4 years ago. And I've been getting calls and inboxes and everything from a video I did 4 years ago on his channel, which I really didn't even put a lot of information. Like what I have now compared to what I did then is just night and day. And so people are seeing that video for the first time and they're reaching out to me on Facebook, Instagram, other places, talking about they want to learn the history. I have to keep it a buck with y'all, right? I'm gonna steal some words from General Hashar. He said he's not good with the phone. I'm not good with the internet. What I mean by that is I know a lot of y'all reach out to me, you email me, you do different things, and I tell y'all I'm gonna get to y'all. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. And it's not on purpose. It's just that sometimes it's too many people and I'm one individual, right? And my first priority always has to be, unfortunately, has to be my camp, right? And sometimes some of the things that I'm doing in the camp kind of suffer or lag because I got so many people hitting me up and I'm just stretched too thin. So like I was telling people, the next go around with our program that we have in our camp, I'm going to be hitting on a lot of the things that y'all are asking me about. We have the 6-month program in our camp. Some of y'all were asking me about textual criticism. Somebody was asking me about the Latin Vulgate. Just a whole bunch of stuff that if I was to each and every one of y'all go down these, and some of these are long, complicated histories, you know what I'm saying? Which is going to take me time to teach it to y'all. It can't be given in one sitting. My King James PowerPoint is over 4 hours. 4 hours. I'm not sitting down here doing a 4-hour presentation, and half of y'all probably will only sit through maybe the first 30 minutes, and then you're going to turn to some drama, or you'll go watch another Israelite video, but they're in the streets, they're having some controversy that's more interesting. So, you know, these things I'm going to save for the academy. You know what I'm saying? I'll give y'all some like I did today, but I'm not too keen on doing a 4-hour presentation on YouTube. Not at this time. I don't think everybody's ready for that. I'm just being a buck with you. My email is same as the channel, MaccabeesTV@gmail.com. But going forward, our next academy is starting like the middle of January. It's going to be the Hebrew. It's going to be the history. It's going to be the order of service as far as learning how to do the Israelite service, being a priest. Like, you know, we say that we're a priest and being a priest. We're going to teach you how to do those things. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm going to be doing the majority of my time is going to be focused. I'm still going to be here on YouTube, but I might not be doing as many like lessons and what I'm doing now. Like I'll just come on a freestyle, but like structured lessons, probably not, because I have to focus on that, the immediate people around me a little bit more, unfortunately. Well, when you say that Textus Receptus is not zealous of Israel, you say the Textus Receptus is not necessary. What English Bible you reading out of? Because if you're reading out of the King James Version Bible, if you're a KJV Israelite, the Textus Receptus is critical because that's the text they use to translate the New Testament. So it's critical. It's not unimportant. It's very important. Furthermore, the other translations of the Bible come from the Alexandrian manuscripts, and there are stark differences between the Textus Receptus, the Alexandrian manuscripts, and the Latin Vulgate. There are stark differences. Israelites should know what those are, especially those of you that only speak English. You have no interest in learning the Hebrew. You should at least learn the history of how you got your Bible. What manuscripts were used to translate your Bible into English? I'm telling you, the Textus Receptus is your New Testament. Why didn't the scribes and scholars on the KJV, why didn't they use the Alexandrian manuscripts? Why not? Why not? That's important. It is. Most High didn't wave a wand and say, Shazam, here's an English Bible. There was a process that went into it. There was a thought process. They had counsels of what they were going to include, what they were going to leave out. They decided what text that they were going to translate from and which ones they were not. There's a great, great history behind that. So it is important. It is important. Don't you know, I went over this before. Don't you know the conscious community teaches that William Shakespeare inserted his name in Psalms 46? There's a whole history behind that that shows that that's not true. A whole history by, but you have to know it. How are you going to strike down these lies if you don't know some of these things? That's what I'm saying. But again, that comment that you made, I'm not mad at it, but the comment you made, the Textus Receptus and Latin Vulgate are not necessary, but it's good for history. That's why I don't always come on here and give y'all history for that express reason, because some of y'all don't think it's important till one of these conscious community Negroes knock you upside the head with something you don't know, and then you're in my inbox or somebody else is asking for something, and I may be busy at the time and can't give it to you because I'm busy. When I be trying to give it to you now, some of y'all don't want it. And I'm not mad. I already know it. I'm good. And I demand that everybody in my camp knows it too. They know. If they're in the chat, they'll tell you. But I can't force the rest of y'all. It's all good. You heard? Hey, if anybody that's asking about that, see my email right there? See our phone number right there? If you have any questions, Kazuki, there you go. That's how you reach us. That's how you reach us. That's how you reach us. Call the number, hit the email. All right. This is your brother Priest Dan. I appreciate y'all taking time to listen to me. I really pray that something I said was helpful to y'all today. I'm hoping that I wasn't rambling on for nothing. All right. So with that being said, I'm about to be out of here. I wish y'all brothers and sisters shalom, and I will be back soon. I might come back Saturday or Sunday. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Soulful. Let's go. I kind of like this right here. Yeah. Got me feeling some type of way. I told y'all it was musicians that brought me into the truth. Got me up here dancing in the booth. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here of this captivity. It's time to repent. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here of this captivity. It's time to repent. Now watch this. The blessings, the curses, the lesson, the purpose. When we break God's laws, it's aggression just worse. Don't do it. The kingdom, the promise, the greatness, the honors. I want to live to see the day when Satan's demolished. Now, one time for my sister on the soul track, showbiz, aging. Can I get a soul clap? Old man is dead, and I don't want to go back. 12 tribes of Israel, this is bigger than just pro-black. Some speak of peace, and some prophesy doom. Moral of the story is prepare for the bridegroom. He may come at night, he may come at high noon. Everything destroyed like winds from a typhoon, always on time. I said your house was never late. Apply the precepts to life so you can elevate. It won't be long before our people's in a better state. And when we get to heaven, damn right, we're gonna celebrate. And I ain't talking about a place that's invisible. Give us our kingdom on earth in the physical. Revelation 5 and 10, because the spiritual church is a scam, so be careful who you listen to and don't be so easily led. Sheep need to be fed. What's understood never needs to be said. So I teach on the corner student in my black boots, always stay humble and keep my movements right. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here of this captivity. It's time to repent. They say the truth shall set you free, give you liberty, trick me. With your lies, you must be kidding me. The end is almost here of this captivity. It's time to repent. Now watch this. Laws and commandments discovered on fragments from the Dead Sea, hidden in caves. We're not physical slaves, a hero, a villain, a women, a children. The nation will